Welcome, everybody, to our new student check-in with advisors. I'm Renee Finnemore. I'm one of your advisors. You've heard from me as I've been sending you communications as you've been getting onboarded this summer. Welcome. Adriana, I want to say hi.
I'm Adriana Kelly. I'm your other academic advisor, and you've probably seen my name too getting enrolled for this first semester.
Hi, everybody. My name is Minoska Hernandez. I'm the admission specialist for the online MSW program. We may have been in communication when you were first, applying to the program. It's good to meet everyone.
And we may have Ms. Von Berkman from field faculty hop on this session in a little bit. If not, we'll try to cover anything that she might have shared with you today. So basically in this session, we really want to help you know what to expect next. So we're going to talk about what to expect with your classes going forward, financial aid and paying your fee invoice, and the field placement process.
So what
So you're going to go ahead and
Would you mind?
do
Yeah,
this?
I'll
Yeah,
take
do
it.
it.
So what to expect in your classes? You've started your 7-week first academic class. In October, you'll start your second course. And then next year, you'll end up with, excuse me, not next year. I guess it is next year, spring 2024. You will start with field placement and you'll have 2 academic classes and 2 field courses. So you'll see that they're set up very similarly to the orientation. You have modules that you see each week, and you can engage in discussion posts and things like that. That is the way that the courses will be throughout your time in the program. All of the courses are asynchronous, except for a few that may have synchronous components. Registration. We registered you this first semester, but you'll register yourself for all subsequent semesters. And I will be able to send you an email probably in November for registration in the spring, and you'll enroll yourself in your academic classes and your field courses. You may have noticed on your web courses dashboard a pressure to plagiarize module, as well as a let's be clear module. These are mandatory modules for students to complete. There's a series of modules, and you might take a quiz or you might need to have a score sent to graduate studies. So be sure to complete these, because if you do not complete them by the deadline, you're going to have a hold placed on your account, and that's going to prevent you from registering in the future. My UCF to-do items, when you log into the Student Center, on the rightmost side, you're going to see a list. It's going to have your holds and it's going to have your to-do list items. You want to be sure that you're paying attention to what's on this list, because it's important and may prevent you from registering or getting a transcript or something in the future if it's not completed. Also, if you are looking to get financial aid, there may be something listed there that you need to complete before your financial aid can be processed. I'm going to let Minoska fill you in on submitting your final transcripts, as a lot of you may have started the program before your final transcript was available from your BSW program.
Sure. So, yes, if you recently graduated, then your degree hadn't been conferred yet, so you submitted in progress transcripts, and now we need your completed transcript. So that it's possible that you may have a hold on your account due to that. If that's the case, then those final transcripts that have been recently conferred need to go directly to the College of Graduate Studies. That way they can remove that hold and you can, register and do everything else that you need to do in the future. So that needs to go directly to them, or else it will be considered unofficial transcripts. And the email is gradscanning@ucf.edu. Again, it has to go directly to them. Otherwise, it will be considered unofficial if you have it ordered to yourself and then forwarded it to them.
So, and maybe Adriana already mentioned this, but you could have my UCF to-do items that have to do with financial aid. So we'll talk a little bit about finances. So you want to submit a 2023-2024 FAFSA. So if you're planning to use student loans, this is important to get that submitted as soon as possible. On October 1st, you'll see the FAFSA release for next academic year. So you can go ahead and do that this semester as well. But for sure, if you're planning to use financial aid for fall semester and you haven't done it yet, that 2023-2024 FAFSA is critical. If you already submitted your FAFSA, you should see an award offer to you in your student center in my UCF. that will tell you how much you're being awarded in student loans, and you can accept the full amount that they offer, you can reduce it, or you can decline it. So you want to make sure that you're doing that before the payment deadline. Additionally, there could be to-do list items. So this could be this kind of comes up if you have something that's a change from whatever information you put on your FAFSA. So if you were an undergraduate student earlier in the 2023-2024 academic year, you might see the switch, or even last year, or a change in your income since your tax information. Any of those, or your filing status, any of those things could trigger you to have additional documents that you need to submit. So you want to make sure that you're completing those to-do list items. You would have gotten an email reminder from the university that your fee invoice was due. Usually it's due for the university, they set a deadline of the second week of the semester, but our program operates on special dates. So your fee invoice gets updated after that university-wide deadline, and it now reflects the actual deadline for fall, which is November 10th. So you want to make sure that you are keeping an eye on that, making payments if you're paying out of pocket, and then making sure that all of your to-do list items are completed before that deadline so that your financial aid can be processed and dispersed. The other thing is to make sure that you're completing those assignments that are labeled as the financial aid activity assignments. This is essentially the way the university takes attendance to say, yes, you are enrolled and active in the class. So you want to make sure you turn those in on time, because if you turn them in late, it will delay your disbursement and it could result in a late fee, especially when it comes to term 2. So for this semester, your financial aid will actually disperse the second week of term 2, and it's related to enrollment requirements. So you need to be enrolled in at least 4.5 credit hours in order for your financial aid to disperse. So this semester it will disperse in term 2. But going forward, as Adriana mentioned, you'll have those field courses. So you will be enrolled in at least enough credits to have your tuition and fee, to have your student loan disperse right away during the second week of the semester. So if you're using any kind of surplus for living expenses, just kind of plan for that. And then last, I would just say that, as I said, our program operates on special dates, and there's about 600 students or so at UCF out of the 68,000 who operate on this 2-term structure that we have. And so sometimes when students call the main number at financial aid, the person answering the phone isn't aware of that structure, and they might give you information that isn't fully accurate to the program. So before you call the financial aid office, if you have a financial aid question, reach out to me or Adriana, and we can kind of help provide answers. And if you do need to be connected with someone in financial aid, we have a specific staff person that we partner with there that we can connect you with and help resolve any issues that you might be having. Okay, so just generally about field placement, you're in the field placement process right now. You should be seeing, you've submitted your application, your narrative, your resume, you've done all that good stuff, and you'll see that there are additional assignments that are coming up in that course that you'll need to work on throughout the semester. And we have Ms. Von Berglund here with us now, who's one of the field faculty. She might be able to share just a little bit, but just know that you're going to be doing 14 hours a week at your agency, as you know. We have some resources in the advising portal. There's tons of resources in the field placement process course. And Ms. Von Berglund, is there anything you'd like to share with the students?
Thank you very much. Yes, just, keep an eye out for communications from your assigned field faculty member that's going to be working with you during the placement process. And that includes your ucf.edu email, and also reaching out to you through the web course. Keep an eye on the assignments that Ms. Renee mentioned, and open communication. Enjoying the process. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Your primary point of contact for questions about field placement and anything that has to do with that is going to be the field faculty who's assigned to you. So you might have already heard from that person, and if not, you'll be hearing from them in the next couple of weeks. So just, you can look in the advising portal for resources, you can check the course, and if you don't find an answer there, just hang on to it until you hear from your person, and then you can you can request a conference and have that conversation with them.
So, Ms. von Bergelen mentioned open communication. That's really important for everybody that you're going to work with here at UCF. UCF email is the point of contact that we use most frequently, and it's the only one we're allowed to use, basically. So, try not to email us from work emails or personal emails, as we can only give you information about your student account and yourself and anything about your classes, anything like that, to your UCF email. You have faculty and advisors to help you, and faculty will have their their contact information available in their syllabus. So check that as soon as your course begins. Make sure you know what their preferred method of contact is. Some prefer email, some like going directly through the web course. They all have office hours that they offer, so be sure to take advantage of those. Renee and I are your advisors, and we're available through phone, through email, anything like that. We can set up an appointment with you however you'd like. And you also have access to a success coach who we'll get into a little bit more in a future slide. But her name is Barbara Bush, and she's another great support that you pay for as part of your tuition and fees to the program. And she's great at helping with time management, study habits, just being an overall great resource to help you navigate the university. We also have an online MSW advising portal, and this is another web course on your dashboard that has information about the program. Most importantly, I would say, is the academic calendar. Our dates do differ from those of the main campus, so you want to make sure that you're always sure what is happening in our program by looking at that calendar. It also has field information. If you don't have your plan of study and you're just curious about it, go ahead and look on the advising portal. There's lots of stuff there for you to check out, so please take advantage of it. We also have a Facebook group. If you're not on Facebook, don't worry. We share everything from the advising portal and vice versa. So you'll get an announcement regardless of whether you're on Facebook or not. Facebook group includes alumni, so it's a pretty useful space with current students, new students, and alumni to talk about what's going on in their communities, what jobs are available, how to go to licensure after graduating, that kind of stuff. So we encourage you to join, but don't worry, we won't miss anything important if you're not on Facebook.
So, this is the part where I get to gush about Barbara. So, your success coach is really just this excellent resource for you to be able to get connected to resources, to help keep you organized. She really can help with making plans and keeping track of them and setting goals. And so, what I tell students is to think of your success coach like this. If there was something in your life where you were like, if I could just make this part better, then it would make everything about my academics more successful, or it would make my master's, my grad school experience a little bit easier for me. Then that's a topic to talk to Barbara about. So, Barbara really does everything from, time management, stress management, study skills, writing, career things. She has a lot of financial resources that she can talk to you about. So she really does try to customize her work with each student. And if you have a chance to speak with her, she really is like having your own personal cheerleader. She is a very strong advocate for students and really will help you kind of work through whatever challenges you might be experiencing. So, and as we mentioned, having a success coach is part of the tuition and fees that you pay. So, it is always worth having a conversation with her and getting your money's worth. So.
And then for Renee and I, the reasons you might want to reach out to us are usually academic, regarding your plan of study. What class do I take next? If you have any questions about our academic policies or anything about the College of Graduate Studies policies, you can reach out and ask us about that. You also have a student handbook, so be sure to familiarize yourself with that. But you might have questions about your academic requirements. What's your path to graduation? And let us know if there's anything that happens in your life that you think might affect your academic performance. So, potentially you are ill, or something happened in your family, or something at work is happening, and you're just not going to be able to give things the attention they need. be sure to reach out to us for anything like that, and we can let you know maybe how to navigate that. Sometimes you might require a break in enrollment, and it's not something we encourage, but it's definitely something we can help you with. So these are all reasons you might reach out to us as opposed to going to the success coach. And we are available via email, phone, like I said. Email is probably the best first route of contact. So start there, and then we can set up phone appointments, video appointments, in-person appointments if you'd like, anything like that. You can reach out to us for help.
And that is the end of our presentation, so I will stop sharing. So hopefully this information was helpful in terms of, knowing what to expect and who you can reach out to for support. We encourage you to keep an eye on that student email and contact us anytime.
Thank you.